Welcome to the Mads Journal, my trading perspective based on my trading journal and my trading experiences. The motto is victory, maintenance, and improvement. You know what I'm saying? So I was watching Tom Trades yesterday. I always have to give props to Tom Trades. Not because I low-key feel like we completed our systems at the same time. He started the YouTube channel. I started a YouTube channel, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. But what I like about Tom Trades, he is a market wizard. He's a genius. He deals with market perspective, market understanding, and market concepts. Now, I deal with market practicality. Anything that requires improvement, I've built systems for, and I'm building systems for. And yesterday was talking about how when you don't have money, trading feels like hell. And I think about it every day that fuck, I hate trading. And that's what eventually pushed me to create my gradual trading system. Now, I don't believe in excuses. I don't believe in, I just don't believe in excuses. I'd rather fail than have an excuse, I'd rather fail than have an excuse because failure is learning. Even though I don't want to believe that. The idea of mastery is that you have to suspend belief, meaning the way you believe things are done is not the way things are actually done. If you are new to boxing, you have to adopt a specific mindset, a specific motto for that, boxing realm. When you box, they tell you that you don't play boxing. Every punch has to have an intention to hurt or kill. Now, you're a good person. When you go into the boxing ring, you have to suspend belief. Now, we have a lot of good people in boxing. We have people like Triple G, people like Sugar Ray, people like Bivol, Berabiev. These people have a specific demeanor. You can tell outside the ring, they don't really like fighting. But getting in the ring, you see an entirely different monster. Then we have people who've always been fighters, like Mike Tyson, Terence Crawford. They've always had that demeanor in them, so they don't need to suspend belief. But when they do perform other things, maybe if Terence Crawford is to play football or basketball, he'd have to suspend belief and adopt the demeanor of the basketball player or the footballer. Same thing when it comes to the market. In the market, there's only two mindsets. It's either you're earning or you are learning. And learning happens because you lose. Earning happens because you win. There's no in between. There's no I'm earning and learning at the same time. Yes, from a practical perspective, given that you're building your trading business and building your trading capital. Yes, kind of like me right now. I'm in that space of learning and earning because I'm building my trading business. And I'm going to come back to it. Why am I building this trading business? But trading has two perspectives, the learning and earning part. You have to understand where you are. Be truthful about where you are so you can understand where you need to go. Now, I don't have a PC yet, but I've created multiple resources because I don't believe in excuses. Something can always be done. Now, this is my strategy book. This book right here. This is my strategy. As you can see, these are the time frames that I use. This is my strategy book. Every strategy that I've ever created is in this book. Everything that I've ever created is in this book. This means I don't necessarily trade based on confluence. I created confluence because the system required it. Some things in trading, we do them because we're forced to do them. When Tom Trades explains the entirety of the concept of profitable trading, you find out that there's certain things that, whether you like it or not, you have to go through them and understand them. Journaling and recording. hate it. I hate doing it, but it is the most effective tool when it comes to trading. Journaling and recording. The process of it, you have to do it right. You journal, you record your analysis, your perspective. And at the end of the day, you review it by recording your review to your perspective and analysis. Then at the end of the week, you create an evaluation notice or evaluation notion based on, your participation. And in trading, whenever you participate, it's two things. It's how well you do your job, or others will call it process and all that. Yes, how well you do your job and how efficient you are when it comes to making profit. It's either you're efficient, elite, or effective when it comes to making profit. And yes, I was creating my aggressive trading system because why? I want to say we performed this system with a friend of mine 4 years ago, before I created the gradual trading system, because this is a business. Understand? I want to understand everything I need to understand about the art. So when I do trade, there's nothing much to learn besides just adding new information. So there is a baseline for information. It's not continuous learning. That's why I have a book of strategies, because there's certain strategies I don't need to look at, so I can work from here, even though there's improvements. That's why I have a book of psychology. Now, psychology is not the psychology of trading. It's pure psychology of human behavior. How do humans achieve? How do humans become great? What perspectives do they put themselves under? The perspective of gray matter and white matter. Now, those are concepts I've created for myself, but it's truths that exist in the world, which is external validation, internal preparation. It's a choice. Your life could be shitty. You might not have resources. You might want to be a trader. The only thing you need to do is look internally and ask yourself, where am I? Where can I go as a trader? I know this around me cannot change, but I can be the change that is required. There's a girl I worked with when we created the gradual trading system, and she's the reason now I take trading this seriously. I was taking it like, it's a business. I can teach, I can trade and make money, and it's cool. But I didn't think it was this big and this broad and this great, and it changes you, it makes you better, it makes you smarter, and more focused. Like, it's amazing. It's amazing. It's stressful, but I wouldn't trade this stress for anything. I wouldn't trade this stress for anything, because the amount of things that I am learning, the amount of things that are being instilled in me, it's things that I never imagined that I'll have an interest in. Look, I'm a free-flowing guy. But what the market has put for me is more than a blessing. So, when we're doing this aggressive trading style, we saw that something makes us grow our account quicker. And it's not structure, it's not confluence, it's fluency. Now, fluency to my understanding is, this is a phenomenon I'm going to add in my trading, because I only bracketed trading based on period and profit. Whenever you set a trade goal, it's either it has a time period to hit that trade goal, or it has a specific account size to hit. Now, both are controlled by one thing, which is fluency. Fluency is multiple things. It could be the way the market reacts to the trader, the way the trader reacts to the market, the way the trader feels. Now, fluency is some sort of abstract, but we can't call it intuition, because now it's labeled. We do understand that, okay, when I'm about to fund, my focus is on the now and the future. I could choose, let's say I have 1,000 Rand. I could choose to grow this 1,000 Rand to 200,000 over a space of 3 months. Or I could choose to say, I'm going to grow, that's time and target. Or I can choose to take this $1,000 and just grow it into capital. That's a target. Now again, because everything has to have some sort of structure, even though your focus is on specific capital, that, you know what, I'm going to grow this account to capital something. It should have a minimum time period, at least 3 months. If you want to grow your 1,000 rand to something, it should have at least a minimum target. Why? Because it shows the game that we're playing, which is whenever you fund in trading, you have to make money. It's not your money is supposed to be there protected and you're a good trader. Having 1,000 rand in your trading account and then still having 1,000 rand after 6 months is bad trading. Break even is not good trading. I would even go as far as say blowing an account is better than break even if you're not moving towards something that's sustainable, something that's scalable, something that can be allocated to something bigger and better. So it's to push that mindset to make you understand, hey, as much as you're here to protect yourself and show that you can last, you're also here to make profit, to move yourself forward. And you see, it's another thing that has been blocking my mind because of the intervals of funding. I fund so far apart. And the reason I fund so far apart is because, one, me trying to utilize the opportunity that I have. Here's the thing, I live in a government apartment because of my parents. Now, this government apartment works in a case like this. If one of them dies, within 3 months, we have to be out. So I'm trying to create something so substantial that even if I do leave after 3 months, if something does happen to my parents, I am able to produce what I need to produce to live a life that's better than this. That's what I'm trying to create. It's not necessarily just profit, because I understand the perspective of profit in the market. You make profit, you have a better opportunity to make more profit, but you're also in a state of no knowledge. You won't grow. You don't grow. You grow financially, but you don't grow as a person. And I love trading to a point where I want to do trading for the rest of my life. Not because the money is crazy. Yes, because the money is crazy and it's easy to make. But because I don't like people. Now, do I mean I hate people and they revolt me? No. I just don't like the idea of being told what to do. I don't like the idea of my ideas being tangled up into someone else's ideas, perspectives. I don't want to live people's dreams. I don't want to interact with people's life problems. I have my own. My life is short. Life is short. So those are the reasons. I love freedom. I'm here to live. Everything around me has already been built. I'm not trying to create the first jet or the first train. All that is created. So there's not much when it comes to liking in terms of jobs besides the trading one. So I like that. And I was also creating a space where I can go to work as a trader, meaning I can make trading employment. And obviously employment is based on training, competency, and resources. So I have to build structures that ensure that the right resources are allocated to the right places, the right systems are allocated to the right people. And now this reminds me of Project 90. Project 90, we did it slow, gradual, one of the best training programs ever, because the mindset was repeat the system every day, do the same thing every day. And it's boring, it's frustrating, but they say only professionals can do the same style consistently. Only Ronaldo can do the knuckleball consistently, and that's why he's the GOAT. So same thing when it comes to trading. You have to be able to utilize your system consistently, and it has to be backed by data. Now, you can create a system backed by data without even putting it to the test. That's the cool thing about the market. Why? Because the market is based on numbers and time. And numbers and time can be put into parameters. What parameters do the market set on a day-to-day basis? The only thing you need to understand is kind of candlestick behavior. One 1 hour candle is 60 1 minute candles. Is two 30-minute candles. It's I don't know, six 5-minute candles, or 12 5-minute candles. I don't know, but it tells you that a candle can be fractionalized, and since it can be fractionalized, it can reflect on other time frames. Understanding that concept, then understanding time frame isolation. Each time frame creates its own structure and its own movement, and then you combine the two: fractionalization with reflections, isolation with mechanical points, and then you understand how the market operates, and then you create your strategy by drawing it, because that's how the market reacts. It reacts to real time. When you draw, you have a perspective of real time. Back testing is not a real thing. It does not help. It does not work. It's not real. I'll stick to that. Maybe it's real. I don't know. I don't care. But one thing I do know is that for me, we don't trust in that. Kind of like demo trading. Demo trading is only for learners. But once you are a professional, demo trading is useless, because you understand it's not necessarily about the money. It's the time. Time is money. Because in trading is exponential. You could lose for 12 months straight and make that money back within 12 days and make more back within 12 days. It's about the waste of time. Now imagine if you didn't waste that 12 months or 6 months and you were making that every 12 days. So you didn't waste money and you didn't waste time. So that's the most important factor, time. Right now, the only thing I just need to conclude is that because I'm watching the Tom Trades video, it's amazing. Amazing. I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. But I'm not. Because we teach completely different perspectives of trading. I teach the practical part, which is how to practically do and build these things. He teaches the conceptual part of how to think and perceive them and understand them, which is the most important thing. If you can't define things in trading, you are screwed. If you don't have enough balls to give things definitions on your own, you are screwed. That's why I always say, let the objective and the subjective meet. The subjective is how you feel, your perspectives, your experiences, and then the objectives are the truths. What's possible in the market? What's possible for you? You know, how do you respond to that? So yeah. Okay, sorry about that. Anyways, Viva el Portugal, but only for Ronaldo. Bruno and João Neves can get out of there. Get out of there. We don't want to see you there. Now that's the reason we don't follow Bruno and the João Neves. The trading space is for people like the gifted. When I say the gifted, I mean in every way. It's either you're a complete genius, it's either you're a complete hard worker, or a complete retard. And those are the people that succeed in trading. Like, we're all a bit retarded when it comes to this thing. There's no reason to keep on going when it comes to something that is this hard. Like, it's so hard that you can have a great day and still lose money. Why are you still doing it? Because there's some sort of retardation there, you know what I'm saying? I don't just call myself a genius, but also some madness, madness. But I am trying to create the greatest trading piece the world has ever seen. Maybe not the world has ever seen, but I am trying to create one of the greatest trading pieces ever. That's why even the education is different. Right now, I'm gonna create the foundation of technical analysis, or should I say, the introduction. First, we used to learn introduction like trends, continuations, and support and resistance, basic trading, which is absolute bullshit. You understand that the market has never worked like that. There's no such thing as a trend. It's there in investing perspectives, but in the world of trading, there is no trend. There's just momentum. Momentum and direction. Besides that, everything else is just noise. There's no support or resistance. There's just a point where the market, a mechanical point where the market chooses. It's 50-50 route. And it's all about timing. So it's things like that. So how do you create that to make a proper introduction? It's crazy, but it's necessary, because if I'm going to put up the basic what do we call it, introduction. It's cap, it's lies. That's not how the market works. Am I doing it for followers? No. I'm doing this to be great. When I put up the masses there, that's a standard that I live by. I might not know what that symbol means yet, but as I work every day, it teaches me what I should stand for. So it's like, here's the thing. I could post out lies and just have massive content about this is how the market. That's not how the market works. Fuck that. I'd rather be alone, knowing this is how the market works for me, than be with everyone else and say, yeah. This is why I rate Tom Trades. Because he's alone. As much as he has followers and stuff like that, and he has groups and stuff like that, his perspective is alone. He trusts that shit. And I respect that. That's like I trust my shit when I tell myself that I am creating the practical world of trading. Wall Street Einstein said, retail traders are now smart money. No. We are the best money right now. Retail traders are the best money. This is not just smart money. It's the best money. It's new money. Like when I say new money, I mean, they don't want to touch retail traders for the next 50, 60 years. And that's why I said they want to ruin the market space by creating an untradeable space where we're going to probably go back to the system of numbers. And that's why I'm so keen on mastering this aggressive trading strategy. Why? Because I understand that, because it's fun. Let me just say it's fun. It's nice to know multiple trading approaches. Every day I change. Today I say maybe I'm wrong about trading being aggressive. Maybe trading should only be gradual. No. It's a method. It's a system. It's a phase. The reason you're gradual, the reason you're slow, is because you're trying to build capital. And it's the easiest way to build capital. But it's not the only way. And it's not, excuse me, it's not the only correct way. It's one of the correct ways. And one thing I have seen is that when it comes to aggressive trading strategy, you have to mix everything. There's no such thing that you're a scalper. Like I always go against that perspective that I'm a swing trader, I'm a scalper. There's no such thing. You're not a scalper. You're not a swing trader. You need to know everything to be able to participate in those perspectives of scalping or swing trading. You are a good trader. That's what you are. You scalped that position. You're not a scalper. Saying you want to scalp only, I doubt that you have positive results if you want to scalp only. Say you want to swing only, I doubt you have positive results because you want to swing only. Good traders are versatile. They are good at trading multiple pairs. They are good at trading one pair. They are good at trading multiple time frames. They are good at trading one perspective of time frames. So yeah, I have more belief than ever right now. After that video, after that nigga posted that video, I was like, yeah, now we're on the right track. We're on the right track. I'm gonna make a shit ton of money. That's one thing, says for sure. Because I have an ego, to be number one. But not to push that upon people. But I do have an ego to be number one, better than myself, better than what I think I am. It's like this. Every decision in my life is based on building the story of the masses. So even if I'm wrong, I'm right. Because I could have been right. But I'm wrong. So I'm right. So it's basically that. That's how I take it. And making these videos has been one of the best things of my life. First, the intention was wrong. On TikTok, I wanted people to understand me by force. Hey, understand, I know what I'm talking about. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, I don't really need that, What I do need is me posting more and me learning more from myself, because the more you teach, the more you learn, the more you expand. And the more I see myself, the more I can gauge my character and what I want my videos to be like, what I want to respond like. Again, I'm not in competition with anyone, but I am in competition with the masses, which is me, to ensure that the standard is put very high. Right now, things are a bit juggled up. Why? Because I don't have the resources. Like everything is on paper. I don't make excuses. Everything is on paper. And the amount of work that's gonna, once I have PCs and all that, and I have to put all these systems into, I don't know, into the PC. Should I call it automation? Some of those pieces have to be automated, and that's the great part of it about it. That all this, as much as I'm working this hard, it feels like bullshit. Once these pieces become automated, it's gonna look like I'm a genius. And I know this. Don't tell yourself that. I have to tell myself that because no one tells me that. And that's another thing about trading. No one tells you how good you are. No one tells you if you're moving in the right path. So you have to be some sort of delusional and tell yourself that you know what, buddy? You're all right. You're all right. So yeah, basically like that. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Right now, yeah, we'll see. We will see. I haven't watched any of my videos in the past 3 weeks because of the amount of work I've been doing. Yes, it's really that stressful. It's really that frustrating, even though once you know, it feels like everything is fluid and it's easy. It's not. It's not easy or fluid. But I am grateful that I have my family. Yeah, that's why I'm able to do things, even though most of the time you fuck with my head. But I feel like I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't have that support system. Me, it's not necessarily that I have things that I can use. It's the people that are around me that push me. So yeah, my biggest flex is life. Being alive. Even though it's like you're not really attached to life because it's like you could die anytime and can't complain about it, but you're grateful about it. You're grateful for it. So yeah, when you learn trading, before I create this introduction, you need to conduct shadow work where you express the trading residuals. Trading is about making profit, but it's also about control. And then you have to do foundation work, specific technical and risk perspectives. And then you have to do your project when you actually test the things that you've learned, test that you don't have any bad residuals. And then you have to do it again to see that, okay, now I can grow it. Now I can do it. Now I have a stable foundation for my trading. That even if I go out and work and not trade for years, or I stop trading because I've been doing it for a long time, giving it a break, when you do come back, you will produce the results that you want. Remember, there's no absence of work just because you've mastered trading or just because you understand everything. You just have to master yourself. It's a continuous self-mastery because the charts are the same. We all trade the same thing, we just phrase it differently. But the person is the one who makes the system what it is. So who I am when I trade and who I am normally, two different people. Like it's like Iron Man and Tony Stark, taxing the masses. You know, I can't be separated from the masses. The masses can't be separated from me. It's that now. Even if I wanted to quit trading, I can't. Even if I wanted to quit what I wanted to do in terms of creating my aggressive and progressive trading strategies, I can't. Because my soul, not even my soul, my mind, whenever I'm performing my job, it tells me, bro, your graduation is incomplete. There is a major you didn't do. Now, because in trading there's no curriculum, there's no exams, you create the major for yourself. Are you gonna be a master student? Are you gonna be a diplomatic student? Are you gonna be a school leaving student? It's all up to you. And all those stages you can make money. But the higher you go in terms of the hierarchy of knowledge and trading, the more money you make. Now, when I say knowledge, I'm not talking about reading books and all that. Understanding psychology, perspective, reaction, execution, technicals, risk, that is real trading. That is real trading. Now, I said I'm going to install fundamentals in my trade, not because we trade fundamentals, but just to make the job feel more special. The reason people don't journal, or because I found it hard to journal, is because you just feel like the only thing you're doing is technical execution. It is. But you have to remember this is price. It's economy. You are getting paid. So be proud of that. And you're also, indirectly involved in all these politics. You're directly involved, indirectly involved. So yeah, I don't know why I made this video, but this is a live trading chat to appreciate the people who are doing the real deeds. You hear these rats run them out about, why are you making a trading course? Yo, rat, go that way. And nobody gonna listen to you. That's basically my perspective. I don't have time for small talk. I don't care. I don't care. Why are you making a course? Cause I can. If you don't wanna buy it, scoodle. It's easy as that. It's easy as that. And that's the thing that trading also built. Why can I take my own opinion and stick to it? Because no one taught me. I taught myself. I choose what's enough information, what's not. I choose what makes sense and what doesn't. That's basically what it is. Why a course? Why not? Why are you a bad trader? Why are you a rat? We don't know. Do we care? No, we don't care. We care about maintenance, improvement, and victory. And that should be the motto whenever you trade. It's either you maintain what you have, or you're improving from what you have, or you're winning. And yeah, the masses.